Hi everybody, this is Sarah with your weekly card reading for the week beginning in November 16th, 2020. This week we're going to try something new again. We're going to do the standard reading and we're going to do it from the Good Tarot deck. And then I drew a coaching card for you, and that is from the Literary Witches Oracle deck, which I love. And then I'm going to draw messages from the other side from the Work Your Light deck, Oracle deck. Okay, so the first set, we got the Transformation card and the King of Fire. And what I think this is saying is this week expect some changes. It may be big, like a new job or something, but it may be smaller, just like a new way of thinking about things, just something kind of new and changed up in your life a little bit. It doesn't feel like, I don't know about you guys, but 2020 has been a year of just like dismantling and building back up in a new way, dismantling and building back up in a new way. Doesn't so much feel like that. It feels a little more gracious and gentle, even if it's a big one. And so I feel really positive about this for you. And that change will bring about the King of Fire card, which is someone who is self-possessed and full of ideas, full of creativity, someone who's in their own power, works well with many kinds of people, many kinds of ideas. And so it's just kind of like stepping into your like creative, wonderful, powerful self. I feel like the transformation, the change point, like the new job or the new pivot point or whatever, may seem not that big, but the results down the road are going to be really big. So I feel like we're going to see some really big change from whatever it is that happens this week. And so for our coaching card, I drew the Octavia Butler card in the future. I love the art on these. Isn't that just so charming? So I feel like this card is telling us for this week's coaching to envision the future. I am kind of a believer in the law of attraction and kind of not, because I feel like, you know, it's kind of victim blaming to be like, well, if you're starving, then imagine you have food and think positive and you got food. Like, that's not how this real world works. Like, there's a lot of hard stuff and all that. So, but I do believe that there is a lot of our reality that we do create. So I feel like there's just kind of like, it's kind of there and kind of not there. But this week we're being called to imagine the future that we want, like envision the future that we want. And it feels like in imagination, there's really no bounds. Like, see all the little like monstery things and squiggly things and interesting things. You know, our imagination is like our playground. We can imagine whatever we want, like wherever we want to live, you know, what we want to do for a living, who we want in our life. We can just imagine anything we want. And so this week we're being told it's a special time where we can really envision what we want and start creating some of that in the real world. And so this week, spend some time daily, even just a few minutes, just imagining what you want and feeling it, like feeling what it would be like to have those things in your life. And that actually starts the creative process to set things in motion to get whatever's best for you that's, you know, like those things. And then I'm going to do a messages from the other side card, because I am also a medium. And I enjoy doing ancestral healing and having ancestors come in and help with healings and things like that. And so the card I drew for that is the Mintaken. I'm not sure how to say that. From the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And it's about longing for home. And so I feel like this card is calling us home. And I feel like not necessarily home like in a building, but things that we enjoy, things that make us feel comfortable, like really root chakra grounded stuff. Like, you know, my first thought was like the book Jane Eyre. I love the book Jane Eyre, and it's kind of like when I read that one, I feel like I'm home. So if you have things that you do, like, you know, cooking or creating something or reading a certain thing, or even physically being in your home, this week's going to be a helpful week to do that as you transform and as you imagine the future and create that, to be able to give it a sense of like comfort and groundedness while you go through this. It's fine to, like, if you believe in the other side or whatever, you can communicate with your ancestors and say, I want some help feeling at home. Give me this sense of home and this good feeling of home. And, you know, if that's not your bag, you know what makes you feel home, you know what makes you feel cozy and what makes you feel grounded. So do that thing. And so that is all for this week. Expect some good positive change that's going to lead to big results later. Imagine the future that you want. Just think about what you really want to create, because then it'll start creating it. And do grounding, home, comforting things that make you feel good while you go through this week and whatever transformation ends up happening for you. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you want a private reading with me, go to wildwoodenergy.com and click on the book online button. I have coaching and energy healing sessions and tarot sessions. And I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye.